Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday Night Modding here at Top Deck Productions. I'm Jake Valentine, joined as always by Matthew Minier.
How's it going, guys?
It's going. Oh. You're asking me that, not the viewers.
I mean, sure, yeah. How's it going, Jake?
It's going pretty good.
Everyone. I want to make sure everyone's having
on the right,
good.
playing human Zach. Oh, that's not Zach Harris. No, that's Karl Simmons.
Yeah, we'll get the name fixed for you guys.
He says it kind of has wizards, but it's not really wizards.
Yeah.
His initial name for the deck was Blue-Red Tempo, so we'll get the going. It's a really interesting match here. Billy's Humans deck.
Yep, he's
against
been
the Tempo-ish deck.
playing this a lot. We've been seeing it pretty much every Tuesday. Billy on this list, and he's been doing really well with it. I mean, it is one of the best decks in the format, I think, just overall.
You're going to see Karl take advantage of the quote-unquote tempo-ish portion of the deck. He's going to Vapor Snag the champion of the parish. Billy takes one for that. And all Billy has for is a 2-mana 2/2.
Slows him down just a little bit. And he has 2 more lands in hand, which isn't great, but he can work with it.
In terms of Karl and Billy you're talking about, I feel like both players are
Billy.
okay
Billy.
with a smaller amount of... You said Billy has 2 more lands in hand?
Yeah, 2 Ancient Ziggurats.
Well, that's a little awkward.
Yep, and that bolt's
Karl's
going to actually put Billy way behind.
Interesting he played the Steambit tap.
Did we see any 1-mana spells in his hand? I imagine he has to have something,
There was an
right?
opt.
Okay.
I'd be like I mean, it's not a real spell to take care of what could be a Mantis Strider, North Valley's Lieutenant coming off the top here. And it had to play from Billy here before the Vial got the counter. He flashed in the Champion of Paris that way.
Yep.
This Mantis Strider can grow the Champion of Paris. Billy using all of his mana at his disposal. Karl's going to play a Flooded Strain for the turn. He looks like he has a Snapcaster, so he can Snap Bolt something.
Yeah.
But he's going to live it at 2.
He has Mana Leak, Remand, Opt. So it looks like a lot of counter magic here, which isn't great to deal with this Mantis Strider. That's already been resolved.
And heads up hey for Billy here. Billy is going to attack first.
Yeah.
And he's going to respond to Karl attempting to, in theory, bolt the Mantis Strider.
Yeah, so he has a Snap Bolt here, which is what he's going to be looking for. Another.
However, that Lieutenant's going to throw out a real thorn in that plan. To be fair, Karl knows about the Thali's Lieutenant.
Yep. Or no, he doesn't. So he
does.
killed the first one.
It was Vapor Snagged. Oh,
no,
that's true.
The champion was Vapor Snagged.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was his draw for turn, I believe. And the other thing we notice here a lot is that Karl cannot counter the Aether Vial activations.
Correct, yeah. These counters Karl's saying, they're not good.
Yep, so once Billy gets the Aether Vial down, Billy's way ahead just because Karl is playing all those counter spells that we see.
The question here is, if you're Karl, do you just target the Vapor Snag and put back the Mana Shriner in hand? That's what he's going to do.
Have to slow down the clock somehow, and he's going for the champion, actually.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine. So he's down to 12 here.
Billy's going to play a second file, and he's going to replay this Champion of the Parish. He's going to draw the Thali's Lieutenant. Billy empty-handed, he's working at the top of his deck, and Karl will draw for turn. It is another copy of Opt. He's going to opt to play it. Rise to the bottom. We're going to draw a card. It is a Remand. That's not what the doctor ordered here.
Yep.
Looks like he's going to opt to cast it yet again. He's going to scry. He's looking for any way to get rid of... Oh, there's a Vapor Stack, so okay. It's a way to get rid of Mantis Strider.
Temporarily, of course.
Temporarily, yes. No, Billy not taking the vial up to 3. His drop for the turn was a Kitesail Freebooter, which means that the Thali's Lieutenant cannot be profitably blocked by a Snapcaster base, but the Champion of Paris can. So I imagine Billy is going to attack with the Mantis Strider and the Lieutenant here. He's asking Karl how many cards is in his hand. It's quite a bit, but again, half of these cards I feel like are just completely dead. This is a nice play here by Billy. He's going to bring in this Kitesail Freebooter before combat, which means...
He has to Vapor Snag now.
Yeah, the Vapor Mantis Strider now, but Billy can just replay Vapor Snag. Karl flat out saying, but we all know there are no fantastic targets at all here for him to bounce back.
Yeah, especially in a deck like Humans, there's just so many ETB effects.
Yeah.
And regardless, Billy's still gonna have a pretty hefty clock here.
I mean, you can't bounce Thali's Lieutenant. I mean, bouncing Champion of Paris seems terrible, and Mantis Strider just comes back in and attacks for 3 while growing 2 other creatures. Billy with the smart attack, saying if you block the Sally's lieutenant, use an epic of May. She's to take 7 down to 5. And not sure what he can draw here now.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Slow rolling
Pretty sure he
himself.
lost this one. Yep.
I don't even think he looked at it.
Looked like a oh, what can I think of the fairy? 2 mana 1 counter target spell for the number of fairies you control.
Yeah. Regardless, was not what Dr. I imagine Carl's going to take out a bunch of these.
Can we fix Carl's camera here?
There we go. There's Karl.
Looking a lot better now.
Yeah. Looking like an actual human being instead of just someone with their top of the head cut off.
I'll go for the giveaway now.
I'll talk to the giveaway. Okay, going into the sideboarding, I imagine Karl wants to take out these counter spells, get more interaction with Billy's deck. It's again, we saw the awkwardness with Karl's hand there. Bunch of counter spells and bounce spells does not work well against the human's deck. They can either Aether Vial or Capital Souls in their threats.
Adam, which Luke are we talking about?
Probably Luke Graff.
Luke Graff,
because myself, Adam Olds, and Luke Graff are all going to be taking part in the SCG Columbus team event coming up here the first weekend in October in Columbus. I think Adam's playing Legacy that weekend. Luke is going to play, I imagine, the blue-red wizard deck, and I have no idea what I'm going to be playing in Standard. But starting tomorrow, myself and Justin Gibbing will get an idea of what Standard looks like as we begin our first of 3 weeks of Guilds or Verdict of Standard testing, starting at about 6-ish. Tomorrow, we'll make a post on our Facebook page, facebook.com/TopDeckProductions, when we go live. And, of course, you can follow us here at Top Deck Productions to be alerted when we go live. I actually make it live a little bit early to talk about deck building with the Abzin archetype. We got a lot of requests on our Facebook page for an Abzin type deck.
So I think Abzin and Sultai are like the big colors that people are looking at.
Yeah, any type of green-black type deck is, I feel like, been viewed as really good. Anytime I make a green-black deck, I'm like, I want to add blue to this.
Yeah.
Justin mentioned he's playing some sort of Izzet or Jeskai deck, as well as the green-black deck. Not sure what his third deck's going to be. I have a bunch of decks all brewed up. I know I'm going to play a blue-black Surveil deck tomorrow.
Yeah.
I might play a Boros Mentor deck, and probably Sultai as well. We'll see.
Yep. Adam Olds, I don't actually think you can subscribe from the mobile app. I've tried it before. I haven't been able to figure it out personally, but if you do figure it out, let me know.
Too. Maybe we'll have some Robert Meadows in there. Maybe we can swap people out. Yeah, this is the first of 3 weeks for Standard testing. Let us know if there's anything in particular you want to see deck-wise or just content-wise. We're gonna, as we have more time to digest the full spoiler, which comes out tomorrow morning, by the way.
Yeah, that's when it's completely finished.
We'll have more time to build and tweak and tune. I'll have big group sessions with multiple people playing.
Yes.
Coming in and out with their decks on camera. I know Ted Dwyer's been brewing a lot.
Yeah, so me and Ted have been, so we played a little bit, and then we've been looking at blue-black Surveil and green-black X lists a lot. I'm
sure you have plenty of stuff to brew up as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so Demir looks fun. Like, again, I just think Sultai is definitely where I'm going to be grooving, but also Abzan looks really appealing to me. And also Grix is actually just like a Grixis kind of flying kind of thing where you get like Nicol Bolas, Doom Whisperer, and just kind of keep chaining these big threats.
I wasn't big on Grixis until I saw the improved Fleshback Marauder spoiled today, which is the 2B32, I think it's like Human Shaman.
Alright, sure. I'm not...
When it enters the battlefield, I think it's each opponent must sacrifice a creature or a
highest CMC equal to that or whatever, but
no, just each opponent just must sacrifice a planeswalker or a creature, so it's an effect. But if they can't do that, they also discard a card.
Oh, this card,
that is
this one was very appealing to me. Yeah, I like that card a lot.
Very good Magic card. So here we go. Karl got the turn 1 opt, and Billy got the turn 1 Aether Vial off of a Carven Soul.
Alright, so this is a very tempo-y, well, we're seeing a lot more temporal cards. And also, I believe that Spellstutter Sprite is the 2-mana one, and we'll see a Vanilla and Click. So a couple of fairies there, and then turn 2 Young Pyromancer here.
Is it each player? Because I know they spoiled it in a foreign language. Let me pull it back up.
When I read it, I was pretty sure it was, it's definitely each player. The 2 colors and a black creature, right?
Yes.
It's each player, yeah. But I just figured you're just going to stack the creature to itself, so it's like a Fleshback Marauder kind of thing.
Okay.
If it wasn't each player, that would be
Human
a whole lot
better. Each player.
All right, can we get what Meddling Mage named?
Yeah, kind of Doomfall on a stick.
Yes, yeah. Lightning Bolt.
Mage is named Lightning Bolt. Karl has a Mutavault in hand. Yeah, it is dang good.
Yes,
the fact that it always has something that can happen.
Yeah, there's always something positive to it.
This makes it so good.
And it's pretty much never a negative for you.
Yeah, you can. It ramps well into Bolus, for example. Make him discard.
Yes.
We'll talk more about that tomorrow. But for now, Billy has a trigger on the stack. Again, this is 2 games in a row. He has, with the add a counter trigger on the stack of Vial, flashed in a 1-mana creature. This is a double hierarch to grow the champion to Parish, which can now attack through anything on this board with Exalted.
Yep, and that's pretty powerful. Another Cavern here from Billy. He can go ahead and jam out this Mantis Rider, actually. Try it and looks like double the clock.
Karl asking, does this Cavern name Merfolk? So Billy hasn't launched. He has a Mantis Rider in hand. He has a Thala's Lieutenant as well. I think he's deciding, what are my options here? Do I want to play a hasty 3-3 and then grow the team, or then grow the team and then follow it up with a hasty 3-3? Looks like he's going to opt for the hasty 3-3.
I believe the third card's a Horizon Canopy.
It is, yes.
Okay.
Here's attack for 7 mana.
Yeah, that's exactly it. A better Fleshback Marauder is what it is.
A Vapor Snag on the champion. So again, Vapor Snag doing some work here, and it's a lot better than it was game 1 with Pyromancer. But again, there's no way for Karl to deal with this Mantis Rider currently. And that's going to be a problem. It was the issue in game 1. Karl's hand did not line up with anything Billy was doing.
It really did not.
I mean, a spell starter, it blocks, I guess, but it doesn't deal with the Mantis Rider. I feel like if Karl's able to get Billy empty-handed and be stable, he's going to win this game. But right now, Billy has the flying 4/4 attacker with the Exalted Trigger of Hierarch, and he has the Horizon Canopy to keep everything coming. And he has Thala's Lieutenant in hand too.
Yes.
And middle mage is named Lightning Bolt. The draw for the term, I think, was a remand. No, it's a Seer Visions. So he's going to get a token. We're going to draw. It's an Anger Gods. That's
pretty good, but at the same time,
but pretty good.
Yeah, it's a little bad with the current.
He has not made his land drop. I think he just has to do it.
I completely agree.
It is what it is. You lose everything, but at the same time, you get rid of Billy's board entirely. Beautiful turn. That's a really good way to protect your board state after Anger of the Gods.
The next thing is, like, the Aether Vial is tapped right now, which means no Thala's Lieutenant to, like, save the day. There's nothing that can get Billy out of this Anger. This is the optimal time to play it, and I think Karl realizes that and is going to go for it, or maybe.
You gotta go for it.
So you get to attack first, I guess, so you can get some damage in. And then
attack before a board wipe.
Vendilion Click.
Vendilion Click. Okay, we're going to see
right
Billy's
now,
hand.
too. Interesting.
I'm okay with this. File's tapped out. He can't do anything. Imagine we're going to say goodbye to Thala's Lieutenant. And that's what Karl's saying right now.
Yeah, which is why. So normally you see this card played in the draw step, so that way you get see the extra card. Yes. But in this case, Karl was doing this now to avoid Vial.
Spicy one at the top there from Billy. It's a Sing Collector.
That's going to say goodbye Anger. This is going to make Karl real sad.
He'll need another way to deal with this Mantis Rider.
Yes, because the Sing Collector is a permanent exile.
Yes.
So even if you remove Sing Collector, it's still gone.
There is Sin Collector on your screen, the 3-mana 2/1. We're going to start with the Champion to Parish. Into this, Sin Collector is a human. So there's a synergy, the combo.
Yes.
You get to grow your 1-drop, and you get to take a card from Karl's hand too. Cracked Canopy for a Aether Vial. I imagine he's going to play Aether Vial and then play Sin Collector off of Aether Vial. Here we go.
And goodbye Anger.
Yeah, goodbye Anger. Karl
sees it. He's like, well, shoot.
Karl says, you got this Anger of the Gods.
Seems pretty good.
I feel like if Karl did not have any board presence, he would have snapped up that Anger immediately.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. But I think he was valuing his tokens a little too much.
Kyle Murphy, Standard Brewing starts at around 6 Eastern tomorrow.
Yes.
Give us a follow if you haven't yet to know when we go live. Draw for the turn is a Blood Moon. That's... Karl says that's strange. I mean, how do you feel about the draw here? I mean, he loses the Mutavault, but at the same time, Billy loses.
Yeah. Well, yeah, sure, but Billy has Aether Vial, so it doesn't really matter. And he has no cards in hand. He's going to be playing 1 creature turn anyways. It's not good here. And we should have... Or, sorry, never mind. I was thinking we saw the Anger of the Gods, but then I realized, nope, Sin Collector blew that out of the water. Alrighty.
Here's the interesting thing, though. Between Hierarch and the Vials, Billy has everything covered.
Yes.
He just has to take the Vial up on 2, and then he can still play everything. And there's an attack for 4.
And the
Karl's under
flying
9.
for 4 is just going to slowly kill Karl here because he is eventually going to be able to block
He's at an 8, apparently.
Yeah, with the Vanillion click, but that's not going to do him any good. We'll get the life total updated real quick here.
The spell stutter sprite can block for a turn, right?
Well, no, he can do a double block here because that's a 1/1 and click is a 3/1.
That is true. They'll take care of it.
With the Exalted, but it's not going to get him out of this game.
Billy's draw for turn is the very controversial in this Humans deck, Militia Bugler. There's an attack for 4. Karl down to 4.
Yep, and then next turn, Billy's going to, at the end of his turn, activate those Aether Vials and go for an all-out swing, I imagine.
Interesting. Karl is attacking.
Yeah, that's real interesting. And he can't respond with his flyer with Flash, too. So if Billy somehow names Spellstutter Sprite, he could actually just win this game instantly, which would be fun. All right, here comes Bugler.
You see Thalia, Champion of Parish, Kitesail Freebooter, and a land. We're going to get the Freebooter. Imagine we're going to flash it in.
Yeah, see what Karl has going on in his hand. Since you don't know what you want to name with Meddling Mage yet, but... Alright, Billy sees what's going on.
Draw for the turn was a land, like unclaimed territory.
Activate Meddling or Aether Vial, and if he doesn't respond right now, Billy wins. And Billy wins.
Yeah.
And that's it. Well done by Billy there.
And that'll do it. Billy Comminos handily wins his match.
I think
2 games to 0.
if we rewinded that game back to the Anger of the Gods, Karl would have been in a better position. He would have had 2 fairies, but I don't know if he still would have won that game.
Like I said, Logic cannot. You have such a strong board presence that you need literally any. You need to find a way to deal with one creature. It's not worth it to blow your board for one creature, but at the same time, that one creature is what killed him.
Yep.
We had a question from chat. Do we think that the new Tajik